You're listening to the January 18th, 2019 reading of Blossom Goodchild's channeling of the Federation of Light.
Thursday, 10th of January, 2019. Good morning to you. How would you like to conduct today's communication?
Firstly, by welcoming each and every one into their hearts, for it is there that we wish to enter. For should one choose not to do so whilst reading our conversations, then that which we offer is received from a shallower perspective. When one enters into their heart and breathes in and out deeply for a few minutes, that which they receive is absorbed by the soul self on a higher vibration. The energy in which these words carry awaken layers within, and therefore are accepted on a level that allows a deeper understanding of that which is offered. Keep in mind, too, that the position, level, you have upgraded yourselves to is very different from that of, say, 5 of your years ago. Therefore, the same words are accepted on a higher vibration of self, and therefore resonate more fully. If one were to take a journey down memory lane and reread many of our communications with you, Blossom, although one may think, oh yes, I know all this. If read through the silence of the heart, that which is picked up is received differently now from the many years ago that one first encountered a particular message. Because you, each one, are vastly different in self now than you were even this time last year. Your energy is vibrating now within a higher frequency. Therefore, all that you are is able to feel more of itself. As everything is moving up, the veil between worlds is thinning. Therefore, communication is becoming easier and lighter in its methods.
I feel I'll have to leave it for today. We don't seem to be flowing as easily as we normally do. So much for your last sentence about it becoming lighter and easier. I'll try again another time. Friday, the 11th of January. Okay, I'm back. That's lovely to hear about communication becoming easier, yet right now it doesn't seem to be the case. Not sure that we're linked in yet, are we?
Yes, we are, dearest Blossom. And welcome once again. The hesitation you are experiencing is due to the upgrading of our energies connecting with yours. We are coming through to you on a different frequency, and therefore, there is certain rewiring taking place within you in order for your frequency to become balanced within the frequency that we are connecting to you within. It is not that our conversations will be seen to be necessarily of a higher vibration, as in the wordings that we bring forth, the subject matter, for instance. It is more so to do with the vibration carried within the same words. This vibration will connect with those who read conversations and assist to uplift, upgrade the frequency of the reader in a subtle yet profound direction, in order for one to absorb the light that is carried within them.
Can I ask how light can be carried within words?
Dearest Blossom, everything is light, as you know. On a more practical way of explanation, we would take your thoughts to that of a light switch on a wall that has the mechanism of a dimmer switch, up or down, for a brighter or dimmer mood setting. That which we bring forth in energy now is of higher vibration, and therefore the light within that vibration is stronger and brighter. The level of expansion in which each individual soul self has progressed to will allow the coded messages to be received in the correct frequency to match that of each soul.
How does that work?
Because all of the energy is of the divine. There is not one impossibility. Think about that. Not one. We have been speaking recently about coding. We would put it this way. Imagine your particular vibration emitting a code. Each one different, depending on their thoughts and mindset at any given time. As one reads this particular transmission, for instance, their brain patterns are continually changing the codes coming from within that individual. The words and the love that we offer within our purpose to assist your planet are coded within a frequency of that love. As souls read, the codes emit their frequency to each individual. Yet, depending on the coding the individual is resonating upon within, the codes from us will change in order to fall in with the level of understanding that the individual is capable of, depending on their progressed level of expansion. So we would say that although there is the basic fundamental code within these words of higher love emission, when read by each individual, they adjust to the temperament of that soul. At the same time, working with the codes that the individual presents, and mathematically, if you like, raising the frequency that the soul emits by slightly adjusting the codes that are coming in to match them, to unite with them.
This is all very complicated.
Dearest Blossom, these codes are beyond comprehension. Yet, in the knowing that they exist, and in the thoughts of them rising up to greet the dawn, much change can take place. Within basic maths...
You're kidding me, right? We're not about to talk about maths like my biggest no-no.
We shall keep it plain and simple. Within basic maths, one cannot take sums to a more in-depth working without the progressive steps to get there. One movement flows through into the next, yet all the while taking that original basic sum into a more complicated working out of, if you follow us.
Sort of.
Therefore, one cannot leap in their coded expression of self from a particular code into one that is far higher in its expression, just like that, because it needs to take the steps to get there in order to arrive at its present conclusion.
Oh, for the second time, I bring this to a close. It's just not flowing easily. It may read that way, yet it's not like that in my head. I have no doubt this is the Federation of Light. Could very well be me and my energy at the moment. I'll try for the third time, another time. Over and out for now.
Would you care to stay?
I'd love to. I would love to get this done.
Then let us have a little shakeabout and reset our energy as it flows through.
How do we do that?
You do yours. We will do ours.
How?
Thought patterns. Change your thoughts, and your energy changes. Would you admit to being a little off at the moment?
Yes. I feel frustrated that this isn't completed for the second time. I feel as if there's a brick wall, a blockage. Nope. Ugh, not happening. I'll leave it for now. See you later, alligator. Wednesday, the 16th of January. Okay, chaps, feeling very much like you're ready to communicate fully at last, so let's go for it.
Welcome to this communication, and may we offer condolences for the previous messages not being able to come forth.
Condolences? Doesn't that mean sympathy?
In terms of usage, mostly yes. Yet we are aware of the frustration it caused you, and therefore we make this suggestion in a light-hearted fashion.
No worries, here we are. I have to say that the energies I'm feeling of late are through the roof. It's quite difficult to be grounded. Nothing is seeming real, sort of thing. I'm just here, in it, doing, yet sort of floating. It's difficult to describe.
The energies indeed are impactful. They are seriously flooding through, for ways of explanation, in that there has been a rush, a force, streaming through, as this is necessary to up the plan in order for that which lies ahead, that which is incoming, to do its thing.
Okay, let's stop right there. You say, as this is necessary to up the plan in order for that which lies ahead, that which is coming, to do its thing. Now, that could mean anything. What exactly do you mean?
You know us well enough by now, Blossom, to accept that specifics are not something we indulge in. There, of course, is reasoning for this, in that A, things can change dramatically from one moment to the next, and B, timelines and propaganda can send things off course at the drop of a hat.
Is this why you're always telling us to hold on to them?
This and other reasons.
Can you talk to me about timelines, please? I'm not sure I really know what they are, let alone understand them.
Timelines are the flow of one particular scenario into another on a particular given thread. There can be, multiple timelines in any given perspective, a follow-through of a particular plan. And yet, there could be multiple timelines leading to different orientations and outcomes. This is a rather complex matter to explain, for when we get into parallel lifetimes, etc., it can be that the adjustment of minor detail is all that differs from one timeline to that of another. Everything is happening at once. Everything that is possible is happening now. For there is only now.
Actually, I'm not sure my head's ready to jump down that rabbit hole right now. And I also feel there are other matters you're keen to talk of, yet I've really no idea what they are.
This is correct, Blossom. We would like to talk to you about these stronger energies coming in. They have indeed heightened since the first day of your new year of 2019, as scheduled to do so. And many, many, many of you are noticing this, as the energies are affecting one in a different way from perhaps another. You have 1 foot in the clouds and 1 foot on the ground. We need to ask you to anchor both feet on the ground. Do this by visualizations of varied concepts.
Could you name a few?
Certainly. Visualize tying weighted cement blocks around your ankles, wearing leaded magnetic boots. See yourself as a kite and wind yourself in. When done, secure the string holder underneath a stone. Putting your feet in earth. Putting your hands in earth. Walking barefoot in sand. Walking in the water's edge.
Okay, yep. Lovely, thank you.
You will possibly find that your head is still in the clouds. This is perhaps unavoidable. Yet, as long as you are doing your best to ground yourself, allow the transformation to take place. Yes, Blossom, transformation. These extreme energies that are coming in are actually changing your beings physically and emotionally into the next correct stage of yourself. If you are to exist comfortably in these higher expanded energies, then these changes within and without must take place. You have thought of high energy changes taking place before and experienced such. Yet we say to you that this is vastly different. We again use the word extreme to explain why so many of you are feeling different. For some, you will be feeling very out of sorts, very out of body, very not in one place or the other. Others will be experiencing heightened elation of self and prospects, of plans personally in place for the journey ahead. Some will be experiencing both from 1 minute to the next, literally, as if almost in the same thought, breath, one will have an under par feeling coupled with the heightened knowing. Much is gelling. Much is merging. Much is coming together. Accept with grace and ease that which you are feeling. Let it be. Let it become part of you. The floundering, flustered side is releasing the old. The confident knowing side is coming from the new you. Dearest souls, lighten up, for this is what is taking place. You are lightening up within this new heightened energy, which up until this point has not been able to filter through. Yet now, due to the soul selves of so many awakening from the dream into the knowing, a portal, a doorway was opened in the transition from the old year into the new, allowing a huge leap forward. And so many are rising up, feeling these frequencies, aligning with the core of their being. Give time to let settle into place. Be kind to yourself as this is occurring. Sleep as much as you need. Many will be experiencing the need to sleep much more. This is a good thing to fall in with. Some are experiencing unsettled sleep patterns. Go with this flow also. If one is lying awake for hours, then simply take the opportunity to breathe deeply.
With the added smile?
With the added smile. The stillness of the night's atmosphere enhances one's judgment on thoughts, and so much can be integrated, as is if one was actually asleep. The only detrimental possibility from this is when the soul chooses to be concerned over the lack of sleep they are getting, when they may have a busy day ahead. You are in the power now to let your thoughts follow through directly into action. So it is merely a question of letting your entire being know that you have energy unlimited at your very fingertips. Now, dearest souls, do you enter into a new phase beginning, when the power of your thoughts will present to you the manifested reality of those thoughts in a quickness of time that as yet has been restricted due to positioning of self and planet within the markers of possibilities. Now, by trusting the truth of yourself, by walking into the power and knowing of who you are, you will experience results that previously you had undermined as becoming that which you desired. Step into your truth. Step into yourselves. Now, feel the power that you are and express it in all that you are. Feel the power that you are and breathe it in and out. Feel the power that you are and express it in loving, ongoing moments. The more you choose to think about this power that you are, the more it comes into play.
I had an experience the other day that took me into a situation whereby many souls were released into the light after being trapped and used by the darkness. Not necessarily in my everyday way of thinking. Yet, nonetheless, there I was, playing a part in releasing many to the light. The lady conducting this happening experienced the sorrow and pain of these souls as they gathered in my kitchen to be released. They were from many different Native American tribes and had been massacred and then entrapped by the darkness. I felt very honoured to be part of this escape into light experience. Yet, whilst lying awake in the early hours, yes, I'm in that category, I felt my power within arise, and my thoughts about the darkness that does this to souls went to, how dare you? How effing dare you? The power in me at that time was exponential, and it was as if the darkness had absolutely no energy, power over me whatsoever. The energy power within me was off the chart. I wasn't angry, just aware of the strength of my power. I know you would now like to take over regarding that feeling.
Very much so, Blossom. For this is exactly what we are talking about. These energies flowing in at such a rate and such a force of good are wiping the planet clean. Yet it is with your assistance, your role, the role of each one who knows that they are here to do this, to take in, absorb these higher energies, and through this power of knowing your truth, be your light. Be the light. This knowing of how dare you, which you experienced, is your power rising into light. The knowing that darkness has no power, no strength over you at all. The darkness is now of such a weakness that it cannot take hold. It is weakening with every moment and dissipating into the nothingness from whence it came. Know the light has won. The battle is done. The war is over. The light forces are streaming into your planet and into your being. You are the light force here upon the earth. And now, dearest souls, comes the good part.
Well, that's good to hear and feel.
Now is the time for you to take over. Now is the time for you to recover all that was put to sleep. Trust in your knowing. Trust in your feeling. You are feeling the change in you and upon the earth. Therefore, we suggest that you do not adhere to the news feeds that you are fed. When you should hear of the lies, and your radar will tell you those which are and those which are not. Step into your power, and from deep within you, find your how dare you, and you will feel it stir and rise and emit an energy light of such power that it will almost knock your socks off, as you would say. This, we feel now, is where we would choose to end this communication. From reading this and receiving its energy, contained, coded within, is plentiful enough for one session alone. Perhaps you may feel inclined to read and reread, allowing its truth to knock at your door and enter in. It begins, dearest souls. It begins in preparation for.
I love or collect little ornaments of things with dangly legs, like fruits, flowers, fairies, anything really. Perhaps I should try and get one of the Federation of Light, because leaving us dangling is very much part of what you do, yet accepted and understood. Many thanks. So happy to have got this through. Oh, without question, I've had much interference in my everyday life, which I know is designed to send me off track. How dare they? Joy of joys, as we move with such grace into this new and very exciting phase. Next thing you know, the event will pop along out of the blue. In gratitude, in loving service, I am.